Johnny Isaksaon thinks you're driving too fast and all the wake from the wind you're creating is too much, and he's going to put a stop to it. Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. I'm Mark. Today we want to talk about a bill that's going to be proposed, well, that is proposed in fact, and it's going to put you back in the slow lane. Johnny Isaksaon, who's a Republican from Georgia, 74 years old, and Chris Coons, Democrat from Delaware, who's 58, have a bipartisan bill proposed that would limit the speed of trucks, well, any vehicle 26,000 pounds and over, commercial vehicles, oh, that's convenient, right? Commercial vehicles to 65 miles an hour. So we exempt 93-year-old people driving around in gigantic converted Greyhound bus-sized motorhomes. They can go as fast as they want, but you are being a hazard because you're unsafe. This is Senate Bill 2033. All right, and here's the official name of it. Get ready to get your acronyms going. The Cullum-Owens Large Truck Safe Operating Speed Act of 2019. Don't you love that? I love that kind of name. It just flows right off of you, just flows. Look, they're saying you're going too fast. 65 is it max. This is for any truck that has the capability of being speed limited. So all trucks that are electronically controlled, all right? So if your truck has that capability, you'll have to speed limit it. If it doesn't have the capability, you do not have to retrofit it. They were very clear in the bill, no retrofit required. Now, of course, people say, well, in the future they might. That is true. In the future, they might say, this is such a great idea, all trucks, or they'll just ban trucks that can't do it. But in this bill, it says no retrofitting required. This applies to all commercial vehicles of that weight. It doesn't matter if you own it. It doesn't matter if you're a company driver. It doesn't matter. To get your registration, you'll have to have the truck. You have to have it limited to 65. Now, these two goobers think that this is the best thing ever. All it does is improve safety by having different speeds. Now, you will not have to go 65. Some people have asked me about other companies who shall remain nameless that travel at very slow speeds, at unsafe speeds. They will not have to increase the speed of their trucks. This will be the maximum set speed of the vehicle, regardless of the speed limit. So California won't have to raise its speed limit to 65. What has to happen is the truck itself has to be limited to a maximum speed of 65 on the pedal. So, or cruise, either way, right? Maximum speed under power is how they have it worded there. So you could go down a hill in a higher speed limit state and that won't be any problem. You just can't have the truck go faster than that on flat level ground, all right? So that's the thing about this, right? You know, it's only for commercial vehicles. So some 106-year-old person that sells a license could drive a motorhome pulling a 40-foot boat behind it. That's fine. They can go 75, 80 out west. That's fine. The thing about this, really, speed limits, you know, when they're split like that, that's the worst thing. The interactions, there's been studies about this. When vehicles interact with each other, an interaction is considered any time a vehicle has to take some kind of action because of another vehicle. So I'm coming up to a truck, I want to pass it. That's an interaction because I have to take an action. I have to move over, pass it, and come back over. So there's several interactions. The more of those there are on a road, the more accidents there are. It's just as simple as that. No matter what the speed limit is, all vehicles should go the same speed. I would have some respect for these two goobers if they at least said all vehicles 65. It's so unsafe, all vehicles. But no, they're not limiting cars. They're not limiting motorhomes. They're not limiting non-commercial vehicles. Only commercial vehicles to 65 miles an hour. That makes no sense at all, of course. But since when did anybody in upper politics make any sense? It's unsafe, and it shouldn't happen in America. It just shouldn't happen here because it's unsafe. When we have cars out west going 65, 75, 85, 90 miles an hour, and you're going to limit trucks to 65, I think it's unsafe already. Companies that do it in the West, much less having the government come out and say, oh, well, we're going to limit it. I'm an old man, and so I think you're going too fast. That's kind of ridiculous, all right? Neither of these guys, by the way, have ever been in trucking. Johnny is from real estate, and Chris is a lawyer. So neither of them have any kind of trucking experience or anything. So that's the kind of people that we have, of course, making laws, just like nobody at FMCSA has any kind of trucking. I don't like it. You shouldn't like it. It's horrible. To have the government regulate you, it's just bad. All right, so that's it for today. We'll be back soon with more goofy laws and more trucking answers.